Charlie, sa opensa may malas, pero sa depensa wala. Those are words coming from Chito Loizaga, one of the consultant now for Blackwater Elite. Kausap nga niya, kasama ng buong coaching staff ng mga players nung halftime. And if you hear it from Chito Loizaga, maniniwala ka. A man who's played in the PBA for 11 years, inducted as one of the 40 greatest players, at syempre kilala sa kanyang depensa, 7 beses naging miyembro ng best defensive team ng PBA. Ang sabi nga niya, bukod doon, syempre effort ang kinakailangan. Wala naman nagsabing madaling dumipensa, pero hindi rin ito mahirap, lalong-lalo na kapag naghahabol ka. Charlie.
Thanks a lot, Riza, for that. That's so true, and especially coming from a fellow like Chito Loizaga. This is the third quarter of action. Hatid sa atin ng Motolite for Express. Hatid service call 370-6686. And, such words from the Dynamite, Chito Loizaga. The original Dynamite, Chito Loizaga.
Hey, Chito, I played against Chito back in the day. There's one thing that I like about Chito Loizaga. He's not that fast, but he's just so smart. He's a thinking player out there. And that's something that he wants these players from Blackwater to use more of. Sometimes it's not all about athletic ability. It's really about being at the right place at the right time and using a lot of your mental approach to the game and doing a good job.
So yung words nga natin from Chito Loizaga, i-report to Riza Diaz. He is a team consultant for the Blackwater Elite, who are now trailing by 16 points after the Chico Lanete razzle-dazzle move off the glass. Eddie Laure throws it away. Jake Pascual picks it up. Can Eruela get to him? No. Nahulog si Jake Pascual, and finally Blackwater able to get it back. They have the number 2-on-1. Laure will try to finish. Ballesteros on the follow-up. Hindi pa rin nila makuha yan. Pam Gamalinda saves it to Brian Eruela. Just in time, nakatawid si Eruela on that half-court line. And Mark of Doubt's jumper doesn't go, so they get nothing once again on that sequence. Tapped out by Eddie Laure. Tumama pala sa likuran nito si JC Intal. So that's gonna stay with Blackwater Elite.
Importante lang naman for Blackwater, no matter what happens. Kailangan ma-hustle ka lang talaga, and that's the only way you can get back in this game, or at least keep the game close.
Jason Ballesteros hitting that 12-foot jumper off the glass, or set shot actually off the glass. So 14 points na lang kanilang hinahabol. Liam McMorrow will power his way to the baseline. There's a foul called by referee Art Herrera. It's going to be a side court inbound. Jason Ballesteros, kanyang unang personal. And Mark of Doubt is still tying his shoelace. Action has resumed as he walks back in from the baseline. McMorrow will try to power once again. Soft hook shot. These guys got good hands, a soft touch, and he has that the chance whenever he throws it up na tumalbog paloob ang kanyang attempt.
Tama ka, good observation there, Charlie, because he has very good touch around that basket. For his size, kahit pa paano, makikita mo yung bola, malapit lang parati, yung bounce is very soft off the glass, just like Marcus Doughty.
Parang ganun din ang nangyari, talbog mataas, pumasok yun para kay Mark of Doughty. Still plugging away, 20 puntos na para kay Kuya Marcos. Almost 3 minutes into the third quarter. JC Intal with R.R. Garcia, Liam McMorrow, Jake Pascual, and Chico Lanete. Intal on the drive. That's short. Rebound taken by Laure. Soft pass. Nakuha ni Eruela. Eruela rushing up, leaving for Bam Gamalinda, and he set the pick as well for the easy shot para sa kanyang kakampi.
Hey, this is the Blackwater team that I remember. Nakikita ko ngayon in the third period when they were winning games last conference. So this is the kind of team that you really want to just keep on hustling out there and just keep taking advantage of every opportunity. Like there, kita mo kahit nakabasket ang Barako, kita mo there was an attempt at a steal or at least a stop on the defensive end.
Tama yun. So the effort level has really gone up. It seems it was a good talk that they had between the first and second quarters. Kaya naman gumaganda ang laro ng Blackwater.
Sipag lang talaga yung gusto makita ni team consultant Chito Loizaga, and that's something that he wants kasi wala nga daw talagang malas when it comes to playing defense and going all out. Hustling for that ball.
If you really look at it, pagkatapos ng unang dalawang laro ng Blackwater dito sa Governor's Cup, Eric, there was nowhere to go but up. Dahil nga sa sama ng laro nila in those two games, particularly the one against Global Port.
And at the same time, it already happened the first two conferences. Your record, not really a good record, but you just have to keep plugging away, and you will really keep on spotting what the team needs. And right now, you got players who will just have to go all out defensively and try to keep this game close. Eventually, may lalabas at lalabas na magaling umopensa, but they develop and they will have a better chance of winning.
Si Colanete ran out of space on that effort. Save that ball. 4 seconds to shoot para sa Blackwater Elite as Sunday Salvacion. Pinasok ni Coach Leo Isaac, a guy with outside shooting touch. Played well sa kanilang unang laro in limited minutes. But throws it away right now. Chico Lanete, a great anticipation. Leaves for Intal. Strong to the hoop.
Stopping JC Intal once he gets on the open court. Once he gets up in the air, there's not really much you can do.
14 points na para kay the Rocket. JC Intal. Ito si Sunday. They're going around the perimeter. Hirap na hirap makapost ito si Marcos Dowdit sapagkat malakas ang babantay sa kanya. Able to push him out to si Liam McMorrow. Gamalin down the move. Short jumper. Hindi pa rin pumasok. That wasn't just halfway down. 3 points down na yun.
Nanto na sa loob pero nilawa pa. And look at them. They really spent it back on defense to prevent any early attack by Barako.
Down to the post. Tipped away by Marcos Dowdit. Just under 7 minutes ang natitira sa ating third quarter. Intal. Into R.R. Garcia. And here's a guy, R.R. Garcia. Parang everybody's waiting for this guy to explode. Hindi pa nagpapakita masyado dito sa PBA.
Can you imagine if RR starts scoring and JC scores? Diba, laking bagay para sa koponan ng Barako. Because if you really look into their lineup right now, there are other players out there who can explode any time.
You talk about R.R. Garcia, a guy whose career will perhaps forever be paralleled with Terrence Romeo. Magkakampi sila sa FEU. But prior to Romeo's entry, R.R. Garcia had already become the MVP of the league. And when Terrence Romeo came, he slowly slipped into that #1 spot scoring option-wise for FEU. And he himself also got an MVP. They came into the PBA together. Naging magkakampi pa yung dalawang yan. And so far, Terrence Romeo has outshined R.R. Garcia.
RR is more of a playmaker, Charlie, and of course, Terrence is really a talented scorer. But of course, hindi nangangahulugan that RR cannot really get to his full potential because he has it. He has shown it in the college, in the D-League, and I'm sure RR can still provide that scoring firepower that he is really expected to do.
At bata pa yan, so there's a lot of room pa for improvement. As he takes that outside shot, it's long. But there's another tap mula kay Liam McMorrow. This is Jake Pascual. Follow-up ni McMorrow. Offensive rebound and a basket on that sequence for Liam McMorrow.
Sipag, he wasn't really boxed out by Jason Ballesteros because he was able to go around under the basket to tip that ball in.
Marcos Dowdit. Kilos paloob, pinasabit itong si Liam McMorrow. There's a whistle from underneath, and McMorrow is called for that foul.
That's experience for you. Liam was able to really slide with Marcos, but the thing is, because of that sheer experience, Marcos was able to still draw that foul.
Taga-Canada yan, Vancouver to be exact. And now he's playing really well here in the Philippines para sa kanyang koponan.
He has great, he's been performing very well, lalo-lalo na in that game versus NLEX. You look at the offensive rebounding story, malaking bagay for an import because he would really inspire his teammates to really work hard. And I really look into the rebounding, makita mo kagad 9 rebounds and may 5 minuto pa natitira dito sa ating third quarter. So Liam McMorrow really one of those good imports na nakukuha parate ng Barako Bull.
He missed half of the second quarter, by the way. It's sabagkat malaki ang kalamangan ng kanilang koponan. So Coach Coy Banal decided to rest him for a good 6 minutes.
Tandaan mo, Charlie, NLEX has a lot of big men. Asi Taula was there. So talagang pinakita ni Liam that he can really go up against the biggies of the PBA.
He lost the ball on that sequence. That's a turnover coming off the timeout. So ito, pagkakataon ng Blackwater makalapit. And as usual, we always say this, when the quarter's about to end, you want to close that gap. 5 minutes and 12 na lang natitira dito. Marcos Dowdit, body up dito kay Liam McMorrow. And the referee forced to blow his whistle. McMorrow's third foul. And for a guy who rarely shows those emotions, He went up to the referee, medyo nagreklamo.
Well, para sa akin, na uutakan lang siya ni Marcos because Marcos knows that if Marcos was able to get his shoulder beyond, the shoulder of McMorrow, advantage sa kagad yun at sigurado. Jack, I've seen it already twice.
Kailangan ng Blackwater, instant offense. Mintis, dalawa. Mula rito kay Markov, doubted. So he earns his chance to go to the line. But doesn't gain any points there. Jake Pascual gusto sana bumalik kay R.R. Garcia. As the passing lane had been blocked. So JC Intel will try to do it by himself. No problema. That three-point shot brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV to an internet TV. 17 ball wings na.
I can't really ask anything more from the defense of Blackwater. That was a tough shot that JC made.
And that's a bawi mula rito kay Sunday Salvacion. Hatid sa atin ng PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. First field goal, first points para kay Sunday. Here's McMorrow. Turns baseline. Power move pangat pero nasabayan ni Markov Dowden. That's a block for Markov Dowden.
Marcos likes that matchup. That was only single coverage there.
Feeling it. Alam natin, this guy does it all the time. Streak shooting from three-point land. That's brought to us by PLDT Home Evolution. Turns your ordinary TV into an internet TV. Intal thought of getting it back. Liam McMorrow, top pass over to Lastimosa, who's banged by Eruela out of bounds. That's a foul.
Nawala na yung he got out of control. Ito si Brian Eruela. He just was hustling. Pero hindi niya makontrol yung momentum. That's why nag-foul. But so far, makikita mo yung Blackwater really playing great defense. Nagsimulain with that block of Marcos. And so far, they've really been pressuring the team of Barako.
Timeout is called. The lead of Barako, which stood at 21 in the first half, down to just 12, 71 to 59. Magbabalik kami. Now you can see that they're playing harder in hitting baskets.
Kailangan na nga talaga ng Barako is to really look at that. Look at that power that McMorrow has shown. Pinakita rin niya sa atin kanina yung highlights against NLEX. Ngayon na naman, ginawa niya that he can really power up and just get up in the air. And he's just simply unstoppable under the basket.
That's a power move talaga mula rito kay Liam McMorrow. Parang nainis na siya. Parang gusto ko na umiscore dito. Chance for a three-point play. He's been doing fairly well mula dyan sa 4.5-meter line, but he misses on that attempt. Dapat maging rule na siguro na huwag natin purihin yung free throw shooting ng mga tao. Dahil lagi nangyayari yun.
He has a good touch though, but hindi na nga natin dapat talaga napapanggit yung Charlie because it always happens.
And in Game 7 ng Championship Series ng talk and text that rain or shine. Pinuri natin ang free throw shooting ni Jason Castro nung pa-end game na eh. Tapos nagmintis for the first time in the game.
Nangyayari yan.
Fast break layup from Carlo Lastimosa. Brings it up to a 16-point lead. Celis baseline drive leaves for Rafi Reyes. And yung offense ng Blackwater, you can see, parang it's diskarte na lang, di ba? Parang no clear set plays, screens not really coming along, and people just walking to spots hoping for the ball to get to them, and that blew up once again in their face. And that's what Blackwater have to do. I think Eric is really just run some plays and see if it works, if they work.
Malaking bagay para sa akin. That's clear good execution there by Barako because Carlo has really been doing that curl move coming off screens. Pure intensity. Matatakot ka talaga eh.
Ivan Johnson. Liam McMorrow also with that look. Sunday with the three. Pangatlo na yan dito sa ating quarter. And natamaan pa.
Yeah, points can come in a hurry for Sunday because of that three-point shot. The good thing about the execution here of Blackwater is they're setting him up very well, coming off screens to free him up. And this is something that we really want to see. We want to set up players to really get into scoring options. Because so far, puro motion nga lang yung nakikita natin, mga pass and screen away or even mga post offense.
Rafi Reyes, mintis sa bonus free throw. He was the one who was fouled away from the basket. Sunday's free was counted, pero hindi siya pinatira ng free throw dahil si Rafi Reyes natamaan. The lob to Liam McMorrow. Inside! Back-to-back, dak-dak para rito kay Liam McMorrow.
There's nothing really much you can do once he gets it deep in the paint. Right there, even Marcos was fronting him already. Pero kung makuha na niya yung bola, nothing really much you can do because he gets up really high in the air.
Rail Cervantes is 3. Pasok yan para sa Blackwater Elite. Rail Cervantes has 6 points in the game.
You know, before he was traded here from Kia, maganda pinapakita ni Rio Cervantes. Hindi nga lang talaga yung ganda o yung consistency ng kanyang laro, hindi pa niya talaga makuha with his team.
Follow about the baseline jumper. You're talking about Rail Cervantes. He was in fact the leading scorer for the Kia Sorrento/Carnival in the first 2 conferences. So he was able to score actually from outside. He would drive inside. May mga pass break pa yun na all the way siya nagdadala. So that's what they expected from him when they traded away Alex Nueles. Funny thing is, once again, Alex Nueles in his first stint for Kia, best player of the game, 18 points. Practically wills them to the win. Ito naman si Red Cervantes, poor shooting percentage so far, but here, just made it clear.
You know, they really need Real to really produce and show what he has done with Kia na magawa rin niya for Blackwater because the extra scorer for Blackwater would definitely help.
Dapat tigil tayo sa action a while ago. Dumaan sa tabi natin, Jojo A all the way. Diba? Ano ko sasayaw bigla eh.
Kay Jojo ay ka ba nakatingin?
The Tigers. Siyempre naman. 81-65. It's a 16-point spread with a minute and 4 remaining. Make that 18. Rico Meyerhofer. Hilig niya talaga doon sa mga nakastretch lang siya na haba ng arms, able to lay that in easily.
It's way too easy because there's no rotation on the drop pass.
50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Real Cervantes may tangan ng bola once again. Goes over to Rafi Reyes, down to 7 ang shot clock. And the long arms of Rico Meyerhofer steals it away. Tapos ito, Paulo Hubalde on the fast break.
Well, yeah, malaking bagay. That's also the coaching debut of Coach Frankie. So, malaking bagay din yan for them to really, especially for the fans, to really get to see the type of basketball and coaching na ipapakita ni Coach Frankie. But that's still not the 100% team-ever team that you really want to see because the big men are still injured.
And Mark of Doubted missed a 4-foot hook shot on the right. Doon sa rebound play, tapik para ba si Sandy Salvacion. So naging last second opportunity pa para dito sa Barako Energy to even extend this 20-point lead. I guess it's really tiring, no? Pag nagpaiwan ka ng 21 points, Eric, kanina yung nangyari sa Blackwater noong second quarter. Then you fight your way back, cut it down to 12. Then all of a sudden, yun, umandar na naman ang Barako Energy shooting. It's really hard to find yourself in a hole and expect to climb out of it against a team like Barako.
Pinakamabigat talaga kasi yung malamang ka, but look at that, the way. So there's really, it's so hard to box him out because he keeps on moving around and he will just not allow him to be boxed out.
And Sunday, ang tref niya from half court doesn't go. So all of a sudden, biggest lead of the game pa nangyari after 3 quarters, 87-65. Liam McMorrow doing some damage here. 21 points, 13 boards already. And you like yung kanyang percentage from the field, Eric.
Well, napakataas ang kanyang shooting percentage. Seems to be so unstoppable. But on top of that, he's getting a lot of boards and helping the cause of Barako here at the end of the third.